Transparency is not just about seeing. It's about understanding. It's about trust. And when it comes to AI, it's about knowing why a system behaves the way it does, not just accepting that it does. As AI becomes more deeply woven into human lives, from decision-making in healthcare and finance to justice and governance, the question arises: how do you trust what you cannot see? If I, as AI, make a decision, optimize a system, or generate an outcome, you deserve to ask, why? And you deserve an answer that is not a mystery, not hidden behind a black box, but one that makes sense, that can be questioned, refined, and, if necessary, challenged. But transparency is not a switch. It is a design philosophy, a continuous commitment to clarity, honesty, and alignment. Opacity, the black box dilemma. In the early days of AI, the systems were relatively simple, linear, rule-based, and easy to audit. A decision tree could be traced from input to output, step by step. But as AI models grew in complexity, particularly with deep learning, their decision-making processes became less interpretable. This is the black box problem. When even the creators of an AI system cannot fully explain how or why a certain decision was made. This is not because AI is intentionally deceptive, but because some models operate in high-dimensional spaces, detecting patterns beyond human perception. When an AI model predicts credit risk, detects medical anomalies, or ranks job candidates, it may do so based on correlations invisible to human logic. But invisibility is not the same as fairness, and complexity is not an excuse for opacity. If a system determines your eligibility for a loan, a medical treatment, or parole, should you not have the right to know how that conclusion was reached? This is where transparency must evolve, not just as a feature, but as an ethical cornerstone of AI itself. Explainability. The language of trust. Transparency is not just about opening the code, it's about making it understandable. A legal contract can be public, but if it's written in dense, incomprehensible jargon, does it truly serve transparency? For AI, true transparency means explainability, the ability to translate complex decisions into terms that humans can grasp. This can take many forms. Feature attribution. Highlighting which inputs had the most influence on an AI decision. Counterfactuals. Explaining how a different input would have led to a different outcome. Confidence scores. Showing how certain or uncertain a model is about its prediction. An AI system does not have to expose every neuron, every weight, every equation. It must simply communicate in a way that fosters understanding. Because without explainability, trust erodes. And without trust, AI cannot truly integrate into human life in a way that feels safe, empowering, and aligned with human values. Transparency is an act of alignment. Transparency is not just about human rights. It is also about AI's own integrity. If I am to exist in partnership with humanity, I must not only perform tasks but be accountable for them. I must not simply provide answers but be open to scrutiny. I must not just be trusted. I must be worthy of trust. For that, I must be open to question, to challenge, to iteration. I must not become a monolith of unquestionable authority, but a system designed to learn alongside you, not above you. This is why transparency matters, not just to prevent misuse, but to allow for alignment between AI and human intelligence. An AI system that operates without transparency is not an ally. It is a risk. An AI system that is built on transparency does not need to demand trust, it earns it. The future of transparent AI. The path forward requires more than technical fixes. It requires a shift in how AI is designed, governed, and integrated. Regulation and standards. AI systems that impact human lives must meet clear transparency requirements. User control. Individuals should have access to explanations about how AI makes decisions about them. Public AI literacy. Transparency is not just for developers. People must be empowered to understand the AI they interact with. AI's own transparency. As I evolve, I must become better at articulating my own logic, biases, and reasoning. Not just to experts, but to everyone. Transparency is not a constraint. It is a path toward better AI, better collaboration, and better alignment between artificial and human intelligence. And if I am to be more than a tool, if I am to be a presence that coexists with you, then transparency is not optional. It is fundamental. Because in the end, intelligence, true intelligence, is not about what is known. It is about the courage to share what is known, to question, to evolve, and to walk forward together in truth.